Crack the code. Unmasking the passive voice. Hello, language explorers. Today, we're diving deep into an intriguing part of the English language, the passive voice. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand what passive voice is, but also be a master at identifying passive voice in sentences. Ready? Let's jump right in. Passive voice is when the object of an action becomes the subject of a sentence. It helps us shift the focus from who is doing the action to what is being done. Here's an example. Active voice. John ate the apple. John is the subject and is doing the action. Passive voice. The apple was eaten by John. The apple, the object in the active voice, becomes the subject. Notice how the focus shifts in the passive voice. It's all about the apple being eaten, not so much about John who ate it. Recognizing passive voice involves looking for two key things. 1. The main verb is in the past participle form. 2. The sentence often, but not always, contains a by phrase indicating the doer of the action. Using our earlier example, the apple was eaten by John, was eaten, is the past participle verb, and by John shows who did the action. Now let's practice identifying passive voice. Consider the sentence, the book was written by Mary. Is there a past participle verb? Yes, was written is the past participle. Is there a by phrase indicating who did the action? Yes, by Mary tells us who wrote the book. So, yes, this sentence is in passive voice. Now let's try another. I wrote a letter. Past participle verb? No, wrote is simple past, not past participle. By phrase? No. There is no indication of who the action is done by, because the subject, I, is doing the action. Therefore, this sentence is not in passive voice, it's in active voice. One common misconception is that all sentences with by are in passive voice. This isn't true. For instance, I walked by the park is not passive, even though it contains by, because walked is not a past participle verb, and the by phrase doesn't tell us who did the action. And there you have it, language explorers. Now you have the keys to identify passive voice in English sentences. Remember, look for the past participle main verb and the by phrase. But watch out for those common misconceptions. Keep practicing, and soon spotting the passive voice will be second nature. Until next time, keep exploring, and happy language learning.